Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kill la Kill vlogs. I just got done, not fun. Uh, don't I start these off wonderfully with great words of concisement and anyway, episode 3. Uh, some of the most epic battle animation I've ever seen in an anime, and this is just episode 3. Throughout it, I was having flashbacks of Akira, Gantz, uh, Gundam, all that stuff, and I'm just sitting there going, "Oh, Bleach, what's that? Naruto, pussy stuff. This is the stuff that you want to see to get your testosterone flowing in more ways than one." Don't read into that, but oh, 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 I am loving this show. I really am. Not since Sergeant Frog have I got sucked into a show this much on the third episode. It doesn't happen that often. Even Cowboy Bebop, but at the time when it came out, it took a while for me to get into. And some of you, before I get too into the episode, some of you actually responded in the last vlog, and I took screenshots. I'm looking at myself now. That's normal. I look at myself a lot. Someone has to. Uh, that sounded wrong. I apologize. Anyway, one of the comments on the only series of comments on the last video. Fran Franchio comment. I can't pronounce the actual name. I can't. FRANCKIIO 0 commented on a video saying that Satsuki is much more the Biko character is much more of an extreme version of Biko. Also, the holy backlight she always rocks around is something she inherited from birth. That's right, she creates that light herself. Oh yeah, she went Super Saiyan. She went Super Saiyan on us, and now she's glowing like a light bulb. And it is her way of exercising her authority and will by extension. Something along the lines of, "I am God and you will obey. Behold, Biko God, you shall obey me. Don't question it. Put your hand down." Lol. Then again, considering the fact that she runs the entire city, the city of Japan. I can't remember. Have they named the city yet? I can't remember. As far as I know, this is the city of Japan. Japan, Japan. In fact, there may not be a nation anymore. It's just a city. Subsidiary of Toyota Motors. We get letters from Toyota now. Uh, Her character had to be exaggerated and taken up to 11. 11. The same can be said for Ryuko and the rest of the cast. And that's mainly due to the fact that everything in Kill la Kill is exaggerated to the nth degree. The nth degree, followed by the oath degree. Kill la Kill is also a throwback to old school animes in the 70s and 90s, which is why you were able to catch the Project A-ko vibe reference. But there's so much more. You have like battle athletes with Mako, as the Seiko character. I'm really. Do any of you know what I'm talking about with battle athletes? The English DVD is pretty damn rare, but it might be available online because God knows the copyright's probably expired by now. Uh, there's a question needs answering. How many of those copyrighted animes from the 90s have had their copyrights expired by now? You have to look that up. Anyway, oh, there we are. And I responded like Borderlands and action films, and I got a Revolutionary Girl Utena vibe, which is like Sailor Moon but serious, sort of. Uh, and I asked her, was this the Spinal Tap of anime? And she said, yes, indeed. Kill la Kill satires almost every major genre from that time period. That, that's why it's so difficult to classify it. It's also one of the reasons why you'll hear some people utter the sentence, Kill a Kill doesn't know what to be. It knows what it wants to be. It wants to be damn near everything. Let's Spinal Tap. Uh, However, it is deliberately gone. It's all deliberately done to give Kill a Kill its own flair. So by so that by its end you can say, yes, this is Kill la Kill. Dyslexia is a horrible disease. Uh, that's not a joke for me. It borrows elements from absurd amounts of genre, and she goes on into spoilers. So I'll let you read the comments on the last video to find out more about that, if you want to. If you want to. Uh, anyway, we pick up at where she is passed out. I'm trying to remember the sequence. I got way too out of mind. Uh, Opening up in class where Ryuko is in class, and they're once again talking about the Nazi analogy stuff, which I love because there's been a lot of Nazism analogies throughout anime's history. A little too many, a little too many. Okay, you can point it out in almost every anime you watch, but even so, uh, that's two Nazi analogies that I found or reference direct named references to Nazi Germany in the past three episodes of the first three episodes, uh, and we find out more about the suits. Well, and they are symbiotes. They're made out of life fibers. To 1 star equaling 20%, 2 star every 10% equals a star, and Ryuko's Audrey 2 symbiote. I can't remember the name. Uh, I'm a bad anime fan. I'm a bad anime fan. I don't remember nothing. Uh, and they there's a and her suit is made entirely out of these life fibers, which cause superhuman strength, all that stuff. You know, maybe in this universe the Venom symbiote or made since they're all red, the Carnage symbiote crashed, and they just stripped it apart piece by piece, making the life fibers. I would love that to be the ending. You know, just have the ultimate Americanization. Just take as a parody. You just take an American character, you just shove it into the anime without any rhyme or reason. Shabuya! No. Oh, I'm making politically insensitive jokes about a country I've never been to. Great move. Uh, and so they go to the sewing club of the enemy stronghold, whatever you want to call it, the faculty god quarters. And and they go through a process of making for the first time a 5 star suit, which is 50% of the life fibers and 50% algodon or polyester. No, probably not polyester, not that kind of shallow. Uh, and They go through a process of taking all the little pattern scraps and putting them on the test subject, who of course goes ape shit, hulks out, basically turns into Sloth from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, you know, except a lot more motivated to destroy things. Uh, and it's a process where it's what I've always imagined making Michael Jackson's clothes was like. You know, they lower him into the table, they tie him down, and then they wrap all the clothes around him, and they just gel into the suit, sort of thing. Uh, and What they're trying to do is upgrade to a Kamui, which is what they call the 100% life fiber suits, uh, which the 100% the Kamawis are basically like the suits from Gantz. They just enhance everything, make make good, strong Invincibles. Uh, you know, no, well, not flight and super strength. They don't have the little nodes that leak blue, but we haven't seen all of it yet. Leak red in this case if they do. Um, so Zilla goes and gets her Kamui that her father or mother left for her, and I mean, it was all forbidden. Great guardianship. Have guards that are not as powerful as the person you're trying to keep out, which is another anime trope. That could be a drinking game. A drinking game to kill yourself with would be take a shot every time you see an anime trope in this in this show. Uh, I guarantee if I had done that by now, I'd have liver damage and all this. I'd be comatose. Uh, uh, the train of thought has departed. All please be on board for words out of order being in good. I don't drink. You're never gonna believe that now. Anyway, and she puts on the suit that she's not supposed to have yet. The whole "you're not ready, you're not ready." And she says, "I am, I am, I am, I am. Step back, peasant, you worthless thing." And she puts on the suit and she does the whole Vegeta Super Saiyan thing. Yes, I am after you, Kakarot, Ryoku. And they have this epic showdown. Like Biko and her Kamui, whose name is Purity. I can't remember the Japanese name. I'm so sorry. Uh, are completely in sync from the beginning because I guess it was tailor made for her specifically. And Ryuko, her suit is not being worn properly is the issue here, and she has to discover how to wear it properly. He's telling her, says, "Wear me, wear me, wear me," and she's saying, "I am, I am, I am." No, you don't get it, you don't get it, you don't get it, and on throughout this epic battle, which has gloriously beautiful animation. Oh my goodness! There's the scene where they're knocking each other around. Well, it's so flowing. It doesn't. There's this whole sequence which I think lasts for about a minute, where she gets knocked into the school and the camera follows her in and go without any jump cuts. Follows her in. They're shoving objects around. It's not as exaggerated as you might think, but it's very fast paced, and I'm having trouble describing it. Whoa! Kind of moment that I haven't experienced that kind of moment since the first time I saw the animation in Evangelion. Because I saw that long before I saw Akira or anything. Because my parents went, "No, you can't see Akira. It's rated R." But this show that is clearly unrated and has these naked chicks on the back. Oh yeah, that's appropriate for children. It's animated, whatever. Mothers knowing everything about what their children watch since 1942. I just pissed off a lot of you out there, didn't I? Anyway, and they have this epic fight, which of course comes to an abrupt end when they realize who's actually going to win, and she wants to and the Biko goddess wants to rematch with the Ryuko. So I keep wanting to call her Ryoko. I am terribly sorry. Um, and of course, now you must go through the gauntlet of the entire school. And she's on the staircase, and all the different levels of the students are on the lower lower steps. And she says, "You must battle all these people to get to me." It's like that scene. I can't remember the movie, but it's like that scene. Oh, 1941, where they're drawing the lines on the ground and the guy keeps stepping over them. He says, "I'll step over this line." "Oh yeah? What if I make this line on the floor?" "Well, I'll step over it." "Yes, what about this line?" "Aha, I have you now. I step over it." "Damn, yes, that's what it is." Sort of. Because that's the one anime trope that always got to me. It's like the battle just ends, and now you must face all of my underlings because I just need to get rid of them. Because clearly you were able to match me in battle. So the people that I could kill in one stroke, you could easily kill in one stroke. So you know what? I don't want to kill them, so you just kill them for me, sort of thing. And it's not like you're gonna gain EXP or anything, or get more powerful from that. And surely are they going to do the thing where she actually secretly wants to die? Like in, see, this is called a brain fart. It's an old term, but, I think it still applies. When your mind just goes blank, checks out, you run out of breath, and you're looking at the teacher, or in this case, the camera, thinking, oh God, he's asking me a question, he's expecting me to respond. Good God Almighty, why do I live? Sort of a moment, but yeah, no. Yes, apparently, the secret to these suits is the power of nudity. You must get naked in mind, body, and spirit in order to wear me properly. Sailor Moon in a nutshell. Oh, I am gonna get such hate mail from the people who eventually see this, maybe 10 years from now. Uh, I'm probably gonna regret these words at the very last episode. Anyway, Mako enjoys the power of nudity. The Seiko character. This is where the battle athletes thing come in. I'm not going to spoil battle athletes for you, but there is a character in there who it's like the original Haunting. May or may not be a lesbian, but God Almighty, do they hint at it? Do the thing where they get together. Ryuko doesn't has no idea what's going on, but they're together. Mako declares it, says, "We're a couple now." Ryuko, what? And they just roll with it. Uh, it's gotten less. This episode wasn't nearly as bloody as the previous episodes. There was blood leaking about. She slid her finger along that edge. I did that once, and I never want to do it again. I had to do this while she was doing it. Uh, oh, sorry, sorry, that really gets me. Ugh. Uh, oh. Anyway, I'm going almost as long as the last one. Severely enjoying this series. If any of you have any more things to say about this show, the great Spinal Tap of anime, which I am declaring it is, from what I've seen thus far in just the third episode, it is giving off that vibe. But granted, it had to be pointed out to me, but it was one of those moments where like someone just points out one thing and suddenly it all falls into place. So thank you, name I can't pronounce. Let me try and pronounce it again. Let me try and pronounce it again before I sign off here. All right, all right, all right. Fran Fran Key Zero. Fran Key Zero. Like Frankie, I guess. CKII. Key. Probably mixing Spanish and English there, but there we are. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time on the next episode. Well, duh, freak. Uh, so feel free to share your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for tolerating my extended endings. I don't think I have a gimmick for you at this end, but I do have one thing. Look at this. I got a beaker. I got a beaker now, which means I can declare myself a pharmacist. There's a Medicare joke in there, but I'm not going there. Not this close to an election. I'll see you next time.